Dr. Doom, often dismissed as a mere tin-can tyrant, secretly wields powers that make him the Marvel Universe's most terrifying and underestimated force. Coming in at number 10, we have a power that often gets overshadowed by his more bombastic abilities, Dr. Doom's mastery of hypnotism. While many villains opt for outright mind control, Doom has refined the art of hypnotism to a surprising degree. This isn't just about subtle suggestion. Doom can completely entrance his opponents, bending their will to his own. This more nuanced approach to psychological manipulation is a testament to his multifaceted skill set. Beyond simply enforcing his will, Victor Von Doom has truly mastered the art of hypnosis itself. Furthermore, recognizing that even his formidable concentration might waver, Doom has incorporated a backup plan directly into his iconic armor. Located in the left gauntlet is the Instant Hypnotism Impulsor. This device can disrupt an individual's sense of balance and even convince foes to turn on each other, rather than focusing their attacks on Doom. The inclusion of both a personal mastery of hypnotic techniques and a technological aid demonstrates a comprehensive and well-developed aspect of his capabilities in this area. The fact that he keeps such a nifty device readily available suggests its regular and strategic use in various combat scenarios. Imagine facing down Dr. Doom, ready for a magical blast or a technological terror, only to find yourself suddenly compelled to fight your own allies. That's the subtle but potent threat of his hypnotism. Sliding into the number 9 spot is a truly unsettling ability, mind transference. Forget just reading minds. Dr. Doom can swap consciousness with other beings. This isn't possession in the traditional sense. It's a complete exchange, allowing him to cheat death or infiltrate enemy ranks in the most insidious way possible. This remarkable technique, known as the ovoid mind transfer, was learned from a group of oval-headed aliens and requires only eye contact with the intended subject. This highly specific and learned ability sets it apart from more general forms of telepathy or possession. The necessity of eye contact adds a particularly creepy and personal dimension to the threat he poses. He has utilized this power to great effect, even swapping bodies with members of the Fantastic Four to sow confusion and gain a tactical advantage. Furthermore, Doom's mastery extends beyond this alien technique. He has demonstrated the ability to transfer his consciousness into other beings through both magical and technological means. For instance, he once transferred his mind into Wolverine's adamantium skeleton in a future timeline and even into a random individual to facilitate an escape from confinement. He also employed technology to perform a body transfer with Daredevil, showcasing his adaptability and resourcefulness in manipulating consciousness. The distinction between mind transfer, which involves a complete swap, and possession, where one being takes control of another's body, is important to note. Doom's proficiency in both highlights his comprehensive understanding of consciousness manipulation across different disciplines. Imagine looking into Dr. Doom's eyes, only to suddenly find yourself trapped in his metal shell while he's walking around in yours. Talk about a bad day at the office. Cruising into the number 8 spot is Dr. Doom's often understated ability, technopathy. We know Doom is a technological genius, but his connection to machines goes far beyond just building them. He possesses the power to control technology with his mind, making him a walking, talking digital nightmare for any hero relying on gadgets. This ability allows him to command his army of Doombots with mere thought, eliminating the need for remote control. However, his technopathic control isn't limited to his own creations. It has been revealed that Doom possesses some level of telepathic control over all machines. This drastically increases his threat level in a world that is increasingly reliant on advanced technology, as any device could potentially become a weapon in his hands. His capabilities extend to the highest levels of artificial intelligence, as demonstrated by his ability to reprogram Ultron, a feat he himself considered beyond the understanding of most humans. This reprogramming showcases a profound understanding of technology that arguably surpasses even Tony Stark's expertise in certain domains. Imagine Iron Man facing Doom, confident in his suit's capabilities, only to have Doom turn his own armor against him with a mere thought. That's the terrifying potential of Doom's technopathy. Zooming into the number 7 spot is a power that speaks volumes about Doom's intellect and ambition, subtle time manipulation through devices. While Doom is known for his grand time platform, he also possesses smaller, more discrete devices that allow for localized or short-term manipulation of time. These aren't about rewriting history, usually, but about gaining tactical advantages in the heat of battle. Integrated directly into his armor are various time control devices. Furthermore, he has created a separate device that allows him to to step between the seconds. This suggests a remarkable fine control over the temporal flow, potentially enabling him to evade attacks or gain momentary advantages without causing significant temporal paradoxes. A particularly notable instance of his temporal prowess, albeit on a larger scale, involves his defeat of Galactus by repeatedly traveling into the past until he found a winning strategy. Additionally, Doom has employed a time shift bomb against the Fantastic Four, throwing them a mere 2 seconds into the past to facilitate his escape. His reliance on these smaller, suit-integrated time devices for tactical advantages highlights his meticulous planning and preparedness for any situation. He doesn't always need a massive time platform to mess with the timeline. Sometimes a subtle temporal nudge is all that's required. Imagine fighting Dr. Doom, landing a seemingly perfect blow, only to have him subtly shift out of time for a fraction of a second, leaving you punching air. These smaller time manipulation devices add a sneaky and unpredictable element to his arsenal. Cracking into the top 6 is not a power in the traditional sense, but it's arguably one of Doom's most formidable assets, his indomitable willpower taken to an extreme. We know Doom is stubborn, but his willpower transcends mere resistance to mind control. It's a force of nature that allows him to achieve seemingly impossible feats through sheer determination and ego. It's not just about not being controlled, it's about bending reality to his will on a fundamental level. Numerous accounts highlight his extraordinary resistance to telepathic manipulation, even against incredibly powerful psychics like the Purple Man. In a particularly telling instance, Doom captured the Purple Man and, lowering all his defenses, dared the mind controller to try and subjugate him. Despite his best efforts, the Purple Man was utterly unable to exert any influence over Doom's will. This demonstrates that Doom's mental fortitude isn't merely a passive defense, it's an active and overwhelming force. Some even suggest that his sheer force of will played a crucial role in the creation of Battleworld during the Secret Wars. Furthermore, his willpower extends beyond psychic attacks. He has been shown to resist the mystical metal Promethium from forming armor on him through sheer force of will. In a remarkable display of confidence, Doom once removed his mask, which was shielding him from psionic attacks, and challenged the Purple Man to attempt control. The Purple Man himself acknowledged that Doom's willpower was an impossible barrier to overcome. This exceptional mental resilience underscores the fact that his willpower is a fundamental aspect of his being, enabling him to withstand and overcome challenges that would break lesser individuals. Think about it, an entire planet held together by sheer force of will. That's the kind of mental muscle Dr. Doom is flexing. It's not just a power, it's the bedrock of everything he does. Entering the top 5 is the power that makes Doom a threat to even the most powerful energy wielders, his ability to absorb and redirect a vast spectrum of energy. While his armor is known for its electrical capabilities, Doom's absorptive abilities extend far beyond that. He can soak up and unleash various forms of energy, turning his opponent's strengths into their greatest weaknesses. This is most famously demonstrated by his repeated success in stealing the Silver Surfer's power cosmic, transforming himself into one of the most powerful beings in existence, albeit temporarily. He has also managed to absorb the power of the Beyonder, a being of immense cosmic power, on multiple occasions, reaching near omnipotence. Furthermore, his armor is equipped with a device known as the Parasiphon, specifically designed for draining the powers of others. This technology has allowed him to steal power from beings as powerful as the Watcher and even the Odin Force from Thor. While his arrogance often leads to the eventual loss of these stolen powers, the fact that he can acquire and wield such immense energies, even for a limited time, highlights a significant and incredibly dangerous ability to manipulate and absorb a wide range of energy sources. Imagine blasting Dr. Doom with your most powerful energy attack, only to see him smirk as he absorbs it all and fires it right back at you, amplified. That's the terrifying reality of his energy absorption and redirection. Breaking into the top 4 is a power that might surprise you the most, given his villainous reputation, a form of empathy, specifically for his people. While Doom is undoubtedly a megalomaniac with ambitions for global domination, he genuinely cares for the well-being of the citizens of Latveria. This isn't a traditional superpower, but his deep understanding and concern for his people often manifest in ways that could be considered a unique ability to rule and maintain their loyalty. He has transformed Latveria from a destitute nation into one of the wealthiest and safest countries in the world, and his subjects flourish under his protection. He has personally eradicated disease and famine within his borders through his own genius. Furthermore, he utilizes his technological prowess to benefit his people, even selling patents to outdated technology to fund vital services like healthcare and universal education. This effective rule, despite his villainous tendencies elsewhere, suggests a genuine connection and understanding of his people's needs that goes beyond mere control through fear. His proactive approach to their well-being indicates a form of empathetic leadership, albeit within his own self-serving framework. Okay, hear me out. While he's trying to conquer the world within the borders of Latveria, Dr. Doom is actually a pretty effective ruler. He understands his people, provides for them, and maintains order. It's a strange form of empathy, but it's a key part of his power and why his nation remains loyal. Securing the number 3 spot is a testament to Doom's scientific genius, his ability to create artificial cosmic power. It's one thing to steal cosmic power, but Dr. Doom has actually managed to replicate it on his own, showcasing a level of scientific understanding that rivals even the greatest minds in the Marvel Universe. He has successfully created an artificial version of the power cosmic and even developed a technological suit capable of containing it, allowing a normal individual to wield this immense energy for a limited duration. This feat demonstrates a profound understanding of the fundamental forces of the cosmos, going far beyond simply manipulating existing sources of power. Furthermore, he has applied this groundbreaking technology to his army of Doombots, creating cosmic-powered automatons capable of battling even beings as powerful as the Silver Surfer. The ability to not only understand but also replicate cosmic energy and weaponize it through his creations highlights a level of scientific brilliance that is truly extraordinary. Forget waiting around for a cosmic being to show up. Dr. Doom can whip up his own version of cosmic power in his lab. That's next level genius right there, and it makes him an incredibly unpredictable threat. Nearing the top spot at number 2 is a power that might just be the key to Doom's consistent ability to challenge even the most powerful heroes: his seemingly precognitive tactical genius. Doom always seems to be one step ahead, anticipating his opponent's moves and having a counter for every strategy. While his own formidable intellect is undoubtedly a major factor, there's a compelling theory that suggests a more intricate system at play. It has been proposed that Dr. Doom relies on a sophisticated network of Doombots, each equipped with advanced artificial intelligence, to constantly analyze potential scenarios, predict enemy actions, and refine his intricate schemes. These Doombots function as a form of self-critiquing AI, rapidly working through countless possibilities to arrive at the most optimal solutions for any given situation. Even if this theory holds true, the initial creation and implementation of such an advanced network still speaks volumes about Doom's own unparalleled intellect and foresight. He is the architect behind this distributed intelligence, leveraging his technological creations to achieve a level of strategic planning that would be virtually impossible for a single individual, no matter how brilliant. This potential secret power is more than just intelligence. It's a unique and innovative approach to tactical thinking, utilizing his technological creations in a way that sets him apart from virtually every other villain in the Marvel Universe. Ever wonder how Dr. Doom always has a plan for everything? Well, the secret might be that he's not just relying on his own brain power. The theory of a vast network of hyper-intelligent Doombots constantly analyzing and predicting every possible outcome is mind-blowing and could be the key to his tactical supremacy. And now for the number 1 secret power you never knew Dr. Doom had. It's not just one power, but a combination of factors tied to his iconic armor, specifically its ability to adapt to any threat and its surprising capacity for possession. We all know Doom's armor is incredibly durable, capable of withstanding blows from beings as powerful as the Hulk and energy blasts from Iron Man. However, its true secret lies in its remarkable ability to learn and adapt to new threats in real time. It is equipped with lenses that can analyze spells unleashed by other sorcerers, allowing him to understand and potentially counter magical attacks. The armor has even been shown to adapt its defenses to specifically counter the Human Torch's flames, a testament to its reactive capabilities. Furthermore, it is enchanted against demonic influence and even contains fragments of the True Cross, providing protection against vampires and other undead creatures. Beyond its impressive protective features, Doom's armor possesses a bizarre and rarely discussed ability. It can slowly possess anyone who isn't Victor Von Doom who attempts to wear it, essentially turning them into him. This insidious feature ensures that his most valuable asset cannot be easily used against him. While Mr. Fantastic has managed to reverse this process on at least one occasion, the fact that the armor possesses this capability is a truly unique and unsettling secret. This combination of constant adaptation and the inherent possessive nature makes Dr. Doom's armor far more than just a suit of protection. It is an extension of his will, a constantly evolving technological marvel, and a tool for ensuring his continued dominance. Think about it, an armor that not only shields him from almost anything, but also learns from every encounter and can even turn his enemies into mini Dooms. That's insane. This combination of adaptability and possession makes his armor arguably his most surprising and powerful secret weapon. So next time you underestimate Dr. Doom, remember the sheer breadth of his hidden capabilities.
Number 10 made the Thing a villain. Way back when in his classic villain days, where many of Dr. Doom's plots were overly elaborate and therefore somewhat ridiculous, he created a time paradox when he forced the Fantastic Four to go back in time to retrieve Blackbeard's treasure. In so doing, he and the Fantastic Four team in essence created the dread Blackbeard, which it turned out was actually none other than Ben Grimm. In other words, Pirate Blackbeard would have never existed if not for Dr. Doom and the FF. So one, he not only created the legend of a rather cruel and vicious pirate, but he also made one of Marvel's biggest softies take on that role. Poor Ben. Number 9. Doombots. Dr. Doom has committed enough atrocious acts of justice himself, it's true. But then you also factor in all the deeds his Doombots have done as well. There have actually been many instances that we've thought Doom himself was responsible for various villainous acts, only to find out that we were fooled by Dr. Doom and that this was actually a Doombot disguised as him. There have also been many instances where we've thought Doom had died as well, only to find out that it was just a Doombot who had perished. Still, although passionate fans will be quick to point out instances in the comics where that Doom was actually a Doombot posing as the real deal, the truth remains that as the creator of Doombots, Dr. Doom is still technically responsible for all of their villainous and in some rare cases, good acts. Very rare that they're good. Number 8. Mind-controlled dragon tattoos. In the Ultimate Universe of Earth 1610, Victor Von Doom's alternate counterpart, Victor Van Dame, ended up using dragon tattoos to mind-control those who joined his micronation known as the Free Zone in Denmark. In reality, those who joined the rent-free shanty town were not actually as free as they thought. In exchange for free living, those who joined Van Dame's Free Zone were asked to get dragon tattoos. Now, these tattoos allowed Van Dame to control the citizens as the microfibers in the tattoo interfaced with the wearer's brain. Number 7. Tortured the Fantastic Four family, including their son Franklin. And this is when he was just a little kid, by the way. Poor little Franklin. Of course, Franklin Richards is a super powerful mutant in the world of the comics, but when faced with a horde of demons, it became frighteningly clear both how horrified he was and how innocent and vulnerable Franklin still was as a child. This experience left Franklin traumatized even after the Fantastic Four family managed to escape their fate. Dr. Doom sent Franklin to hell while torturing every other member of the Fantastic Four. He forced the Thing to fight endless losing battles, set fire to Sue Richards, trapped Reed in a room filled with magic from which he could not escape, and gave the Human Torch Mr. Fantastic's powers, and then proceeded to use those stretching powers to tie him into a knotted monstrosity. Number 6. His relationship with Scarlet Witch. This was just a weird and convoluted story in general, but basically Dr. Doom managed to wipe Wanda Maximoff's memories and then she fell in love with him and they were to be married. She didn't know who she was until Wiccan showed up and reminded her of her origin story and her family. Eventually Wanda put 2 and 2 together and figured out that Doom was manipulating her due to the fact that he seemed so concerned with her actually believing Wiccan's story. What's up with that, Doom? Doom also claimed to be doing everything out of concern for protecting the world from Scarlet Witch's unpredictable and unstoppable reality warping powers, and for his real and true love of Wanda. He really loved her, so he claimed. However, he later revealed himself to be a man obsessed with only power when Wanda transferred her reality warping power of the life force to him, and he went all crazy. He also claimed to be responsible for the death of the Avengers and mass extinction of the mutants. He was like, that wasn't Wanda, that was me. Wait, what? Number 5. Sacrificed his first love for sweet, sweet armor. Dr. Doom's inspiration for the name he gave his goddaughter Sue and Reed Richards' little baby girl Valeria came from his first love, a love that later returned to his life and who he learned was the only woman he had ever really loved. so he claimed. When she did return, however, it was revealed that Dr. Doom had ulterior motives for his oldest and truest love. He didn't want to be with her, not in a traditional sense anyways. He wanted to sacrifice her life and her soul in order to earn himself some powerful mystical armor. Readers watched as Valeria's skin burned away and her flesh was remade into Doom's shiny new armor. Number 4. Battle World. Following the incursions, Dr. Doom was turned into God Emperor Doom when worlds collided and were destroyed, prompting Doom to use newly acquired reality warping powers and sort of reality mending powers to create his own universe. This universe would become known as Doom's Battle World, a patched together combination of the broken Marvel realities. Doom himself became a god to all the heroes and citizens who lived there. He had his own army of Thors at his disposal, making Doctor Strange his deputy and turning Sue Storm into his consort. When Reed Richards finally managed to return and find Doom, he made Doom confess that Richards would have actually built a better world, and after fighting, Doom relinquished the power he'd used to Reed, who set out to actually remake the Marvelverse and most of its alternate realities once more, with only a few tweaks for improvements here and there. Number 3. Joie de Seigneur. While some may praise Dr. Doom for being a great ruler who brought prosperity to Latveria, we also need to acknowledge that he also snatches many of his people's rights and freedoms away in being their governing monarch and ruler. This was showcased when Dr. Doom exercised his right of droit de seigneur, marching into one of his faithful peasant Klaus's home on his wedding night and insisting that he be allowed to sleep with his bride Gretchen. While Klaus seems awkwardly accommodating, Gretchen appears downright shocked, upset, and possibly pissed off, and rightfully so. Also, yeah, Dr. Doom's Latveria still has a peasant class, so it isn't always depicted as being that great, because if it was, why do you have peasants? What's up with that? Number 2. Dictatorship Dependency. This is what Dr. Doom has created for Latveria, the nation he rules. While Latveria is considered a peaceful place with virtually no crime, nor problems of poverty or hunger harming its citizens, who do genuinely seem to worship and love their ruler, Victor Von Doom, it's also a place that has become so dependent on his leadership that anytime he leaves, it basically breaks. Meaning that if there ever comes a time when Doom must leave permanently or finally dies for good, Latveria's economy will collapse and the nation will quickly devolve into chaos and ruin. We've seen what has happened to Latveria before in the comics when Doom has ceased being its ruler, and it's truly never good for the nation. Number 1. Got bored of ruling the world. Remember that time Victor Von Doom took control of the Purple Man, aka Zebediah Killgrave, by trapping him in a psychoprism and used his focused powers by putting them in a gem, which he used to control the world? Now, you might think that sounds like the worst part of the story, Doom ruling the world, but in a strange twist, it actually wasn't. Using mind control, of course, is not really a heroic act, but in doing so, Dr. Doom was able to create peace on Earth. All wars ceased, no one went hungry, the global economy prospered under his rule. However, with no one to challenge him, Doom became bored. So he abandoned ruling the world just as the heroes rushed in to stop him, freeing the world, but in doing so also returning it to a state of disorder and chaos, which may have been the real crime in this story. Just Doom being like, I don't want to rule anymore, and we're all like, but wait, you were actually good at it. You had to use mind control, but still. Number 10. Killed himself. Well, more specifically, killed his future alternate self in 2093 AD in Camelot. This scenario comes to us from Iron Man Volume 1, issue 250. Iron Man and Dr. Doom must team up and travel to the future. Once there, they team up with Merlin. By the way, this Merlin has a beard that appears to have the end of it wrapped in an elastic blue rubber band. Why? I don't know. It's the future. I guess we were just 70 years away from that weird fashion trend. During the course of their adventure, Dr. Doom crosses paths with his future self, who is almost full cyborg at this point. Dr. Doom feels shame at his future self, considering him undignified and desperate, living beyond his prime. As a result of this, he kills his future self. Yikes. But also, I guess thanks? Future self was really evil. Number 9. Save the world. So admittedly, he also sort of took it over and made himself a god, but during the 2015 Secret Wars event, Dr. Doom is the only one strong enough to save the existence of the world. Granted, it's kind of messed up, it's not perfect, but at least it still exists. Comprised of Earth 1610 and Earth 616 as well as bits of other realities, it is a mashed together reality split up into different territories. Doctor Doom rules over it as a god, and Doctor Strange even later confesses that he is actually really good at it. Doctor Doom was the only one strong enough to take in the power of the Beyonders and use it to build this reality. However, in the end, it is still Mr. Fantastic that usurps him and resets the multiverse as we know it. Still, you gotta admit, for a last-minute job, Doctor Doom did an outstanding job of saving the universe. At least he held it together. I don't know. Number 8. Saved his mom. In the Marvel graphic novel issue 49, we see Doctor Doom team up with Doctor Strange to save his mother. So many Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange team ups. I love it. His mother was trapped in hell many years ago after a deal she made with Mephisto went unsurprisingly sideways. Yet the only way to save her soul would be to make her pure enough to no longer be able to reside in hell. In the issue, it is made to look like Doctor Doom sacrifices Doctor Strange to secure her safety, but it is later revealed that this was actually most likely a ploy of the brilliant victors. Something he had done simply to make his mother renounce him as a son and hate him, and thereby free her soul by making it as pure as it could be. Don't ask me how that works. Whether or not this is true is not confirmed in the comic, though Doctor Doom was the person who gave Doctor Strange the device which helped him to break free of Mephisto's grasp. So, probably planned. Number 7. Save the survivors of the zombie apocalypse. While Doctor Doom doesn't survive in the Marvel Zombieverse, he certainly helps others to escape it. He is one of the last known survivors, hiding out in his castle Doomsday in Latveria, where he also houses many non-zombified refugees. Sure, they all happen to be the kind of, attractive ones who are of a breeding age, but still, he's saving people. Unfortunately, the Horde eventually break through to Doomsday, and Doctor Doom becomes infected. But even while the zombie virus is fighting to take hold of him, he manages to get the survivors out through, well, basically a portal gun, straight out of Rick and Morty. Ash of Evil Dead is also in the castle at the time, and Doctor Doom even resists the urge to devour the wisecracking individual, and also helps him escape. He breaks the teleporter device just as the Horde breaks in, and the thing threatens to clobber him. Pretty selfless stuff, especially when at that point he was almost full zombie. Number 6. Defeats Thanos. During the Secret Wars event of 2015, God Emperor Doom defeats Thanos handily. These few panels that we find in issue 8 of Secret Wars were considered by many to be controversial, but ultimately, God Emperor Doom has the power to single-handedly defeat the Mad Titan. The Mad Titan tries to intimidate Doom and loses. The weird thing isn't that Thanos used this tactic, but that he used this tactic on someone so narcissistic and powerful as Doom. Thanos mocks Doom, telling him that when he wielded the powers of a god, the Infinity Gauntlet, he used them better. Doom asks if Thanos now possesses an Infinity Gauntlet, but Thanos concludes he doesn't need one for someone as low and weak as Doom. Ouch. Thanos demands that Doom bow down to him, that Thanos in his ordinary form is enough to defeat Doom and earn his respect. Disagreeing, Doctor Doom kills Thanos. Not with the snap of his fingers, but with one swift, life-disintegrating blow to the chest, turning Thanos into bones. Number 5. Helped deliver Sue Storm's baby. When Sue Storm is ready to give birth to her and Richard's second child, she almost loses the baby. Granted, before she had actually lost it, but that is a story for another time. The baby, which was originally stillborn the first time around, got a hard reset, but Sue is stuck with the same problem that she was last time, namely that her unborn daughter is throwing off waves of radiation that are harmful to Sue and the unborn child itself. Last time, every conceivable brilliant mind was called upon, including even Dr. Octopus, and despite Reed Richards' best efforts, he could not save their child. Now Reed Richards is occupied and unable to be at his wife's side as she goes into labor, and Johnny Storm calls upon the only person that he can think of, Doctor Doom, for some reason. He is brilliant, but I feel like calling upon your arch nemesis is kind of a risky move. Dr. Doom actually agrees to help and manages to use Johnny Storm's external energy. Johnny at this point could not flame off due to his excess energy without the help of technology to save Sue Storm and her baby. This actually also fixes Johnny's problem as well, so now he's able to flame on, flame off again. When Reed Richards made it back to his wife, she was already successfully delivered. Dr. Doom's price was that he would simply get to name the child. He named her Valeria and bestowed her with the full protection of Latveria and his own powers should she ever need it. It's kinda cute. He then leaves, gloating that he did what Richards could not, but still seeming to be a pretty great godfather, all things considered. Like, I want Dr. Doom to be my godfather, jeez. Number 4. Latveria. Speaking of Latveria, it is the nation that Doom rules. Within his nation, he is like a king, but although his rules are somewhat strict and he rules with a literal iron fist, he is actually a pretty decent leader. Sure, he demands your undying devotion to him, and sure, you may not have all the freedoms you would have in another country, but the people of Latveria do seem to truly love Dr. Doom. Even Doctor Strange seems to believe that this is true, and that the show of love that his citizens give him is sincere. Under his rule, Latveria prospers. They have a good economy, healthy citizens, no one seems to go hungry or suffer from undue ailments. It is a relatively peaceful and calm place to live. Sure, he sometimes uses mind control on his citizens, but hey, mind control for a peaceful existence? Seems like a not so awful trade-off. Number 3. Prevents a war. Dr. Von Doom joins up with Winter Soldier and Black Widow in the Winter Soldier 2012 series. What's more amazing is he does so after Bucky breaks into his castle. Doom almost kills him, thinking he's some kind of vile spy, as well as Cap's sidekick who he thought had already died. But before he can amend Bucky's existence, Bucky confesses that they're only there to help Dr. Doom. They share that Dr. Doom is actually being framed, and that one of his Doom bots, programmed to look and behave just like Doom, is being manipulated into attacking the United Nations. Manipulated. This attack would result in a war. Potentially even a world war, who knows? To avoid such events coming to pass, Dr. Doom agrees to help them, and with Bucky and Black Widow they work together to defeat the villainous plot and save the world. Number 2. Made a more peaceful world. In the Marvel graphic novel series from the 80s, in issue 27, we see Dr. Doom becoming Emperor Doom when he conquers the world. He does this by harnessing Purple Man's mind control abilities and magnifying them with the use of a giant psychoprism. When he takes control of the world, he actually proves himself to be a relatively astounding leader, apart from the mind control that is. He uses his powers for good, not evil. Sure, he makes himself leader of the world, but he also ends war, works towards eliminating world hunger, and improves the economy. He basically turns the world into a paradise. Unfortunately, this is short-lived, as although Dr. Doom enjoys being Emperor, he soon finds that mind control makes everything kinda safe and boring. You know, too easy. There's no gratification in it, no struggle, which makes it kind of strange that he would later use mind control on his own nation in Latveria. So he doesn't like mind control, but he also kinda likes mind control. Number 1. Infamous Iron Man. No, I'm not talking about Tony Stark's Iron Man here, I'm talking about Dr. Doom as Iron Man. He became Infamous Iron Man in his own 12-issue series in 2016 when he adopted Iron Man's mantle, and decided to pursue a life of heroics, operating under the name Infamous Iron Man. That's right. Dr. Doom did for a time want to be a hero and aspired to it. The best thing about him as a hero is he still has the flaws we know and love. He is still prideful to a fault, making him appear rather flippant. But he's also very powerful and shows remorse even in the villainous deeds he has formerly perpetrated. He even manages to defeat a ton of villains as they plot to kill him, saying that he was worse enough as an ally, but as a hero, he would be unstoppable.